Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everyone doing? Hey, Justin, Tommy, Nikki. Nikki's probably asleep by now. But thanks, Nick. Um, yeah, I was I got mixed up on my days, but I guess we're gonna do Thursday and Sunday this week. But um, being gone and back and forth and all the crap that got done over the weekend, I forgot what day it was. So I thought yesterday was Tuesday, not Wednesday. So anyway, it doesn't make a difference. Didn't have a bunch to say, Paul. Um, the basic gist was everything that I had wanted, pretty much everything I wanted to get done, I got done. We pulled the. I've got a bunch of video. I just got to get the camera in here and edit. Ubon House, 16 panels, 600 625 watts on the roof, all the wire, everything tied in, one controller. The other one, I don't know if I mentioned that, was in the house, needed to have some repairs done. But it was working. System was working. We'll find out come electric bill. The program on the internet side still isn't working yet, properly anyway. So I'm just going to have to go off of what it what the electric company says. So it should be fine. So they mounted them all. They did it in 2 days, man. They kicked butt. So we still got to go back with the repaired other 6,000 watt. Put one battery on that, one battery on the main system. Little bit of tie-in, I guess about a half day's worth of work, he said. But we'll stay there all day. We'll test everything, make sure everything is working the way that I want it to work. And the I have the Lux Power. I don't think it's working. This is the program, so I got to learn how to read the program. Right now, it's saying these panels. I guess we never mounted them in the correct place because I'm only getting 1,000 watts, and it's because part of them are hey Maui, part of them are shaded. But right now, which doesn't make sense, the new batteries did come. I didn't get screwed. Imagine that. So 90,000 baht worth of batteries, 628 amp hours of power. We'll be doing testing on that too next week. But the battery, it shows 53.2 volts, which, according to the chart on a 51-volt battery, of being 90%, and it's showing it only at 23. So there's something. I'm going to look at some of the programming myself, and I'm going to go on YouTube today and try to get how to read their deal. It shows coming from the grid, nothing right now. 1,500 watts coming from the battery, and 900 watts coming from the solar panels, and the house we're using 2,400. So it looks good, you know. The thing's impressive. I've got some video on that too. And he did a good job um, taking the two out of there and putting the one in and getting everything to look halfway decent. Um, the only thing is, man, these things won't take, which I'm really surprised. All three of my bathroom hot water heaters are on the grid. He says if he puts them through there, they just overload. So I guess it's a direct short is what those hot water heaters are. Um, and I guess it pulls over that amperage. I don't know. So for the meantime, if that's the only thing that's on in the house, and we take, I don't take 3 hour showers. My wife takes 5 minute showers. My mother-in-law doesn't even like the hot water. My father-in-law does, and my daughter probably takes longer showers. But if I could just keep that, and if I could keep the bill under 2,000 baht a month here, I'll be happy. And I know I'm pretty sure I'll have close to zero in Ubon, and I already know I'm getting zero out of the garage deal. So e-bike on the slow boat from China. It's been 6 days. I wrote them yesterday, Tommy, and they it's been in the port, already went through customs, and they're waiting for the whoever to pick it up and deliver it. And I said, but it's been 5 days since it came out of customs. And can you check? And they checked and said they're supposed to pick it up. They said it's normal. It takes a few days to get. Hey, Andy. So hopefully, I'm jonesing. I want to ride the damn thing. But I did get the trailer. I didn't do an unboxing on the trailer. That trailer that I got, two sides folded, two wheels off, come out of the box, unfold it, the bars in the front and the back, one screw and one of those clip pins that go through and do it. The bottom, put it in there, put one clip pin and a screw through that. And the tires just have an axle that goes through each one, and they go in and click in. That's it. It took like, I don't know, under 10 minutes to put the whole thing together. There's a lot of videos on that one particular one. Now I've got the solar panel out there. I've got the boxes, the plastic boxes that I'm using, that I'm designing for the trailer on the top. There'll be a slide one underneath, and then the that 600 battery generator deal will be charging off of the 100-watt panel. Will be in one of the boxes, and then all the stuff, a couple fishing rods, breakdown ones, of course, a little cooking set, that I just put in there. And that's going to be for I'm going to weld it and do stuff. It's not going to be a breakdown. It would have been nice to probably, and I'm still haven't 100% convinced myself that I'm not going to leave it that way, because I could take it with me camping. But do I really need it? No. I've got fishing rods and stuff that I can throw on the e-bike and have enough of a little backpack and do whatever I want. This is if I happen to decide, which I've been contemplating, making trips with this. Hey, Logan. Jamie, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Notice you guys started posting on, what's it called that I haven't quite figured out how to use yet? Instagram. So how you guys doing? I hope you're both well. I'm really looking forward. The thing does 35 miles an hour. I've got two batteries, 21 amp hours each, on pedal assist 3. I'm going to ride this thing every day. That's my my thing. I'm going to take it over to the reservoir, ride around there. I don't know how many miles until I'm tired, and bring it home, put it in the garage, charge it back up for free, and do it every day. Maybe I'll do it around lunchtime, and maybe I'll find a place that I want to stop to have a salad or whatever. But that's going to be because if I have it on pedal assist 3, according to what I've seen with the 21 amp hour and only running off of one motor. Now you got to remember, this one has dual motors, so it will haul my ass up a 40% incline at 25 miles an hour. Amazing with both motors on. But on the flat ground, just running the back motor, saving electricity I think about 40 miles, 35 miles, something like that. So between the two batteries and the charger, I should be able to get 100 miles a day easily. And I don't think I could sit my fat ass on that thing for 8 hours a day. So, but like I said, I might take little trips. I'd like to go to the beach. It would be a long ride across to Koh Chang would probably be the closest beach for me, and do some surf fishing and stuff like that. And I wouldn't camp. Not going to camp. Any traveling that I do on the e-bike, I'm just going to stop in a 5, 6, 7, 800 baht a night hotel that'll let me pull the bike in, make sure that I keep the trailer in. The only one thing is it's only got 16-inch tires on it, and they're kind of skinny. I did get that, finally got that goop that I showed you guys. And so that'll go in the trailer tires. It says the trailer will take 89 pounds, 90 pounds. I'm going to try to keep it under 50. And the tires should be okay, especially if it's not. But I'd like to get maybe 18, 20-inch, 4-inch wide fat tires and put them on there. And maybe a complete axle all the way across. So that's what I'm debating on, but I'm going to wait on that. Of course, I always get ahead of myself. So But I got the trailer together. I've got the two black boxes. They're just those heavy duty plastic ones that have a top on them. And then I've got to make a uh, two pieces of metal coming up and over. Pillar block bearing will sit on the front and the back of the trailer. I'm taking a piece of PVC, mounting it to the 100-watt panel, and it'll slide into those pillar blocks. And then I've got a linear arm, 12 volt, that'll bring it from, from this way to flat up to all the way over with the push of a little button. I've already got all that stuff. So I have to go to Taiwazadu and get some quarter 20 stainless steel bolts and stuff like that to mount it all. But I've got it pretty much laid out the way that I want it. So now I'm just jonesing, I'm as bad as you. I want that freaking even. It's a freaking monster, man. I'm telling you, it's the only thing I should have bought or looked at more closely. If you look at this bike, it does have kind of a girl lower. I'm hoping that I can get my leg through that. And then when I look after it, I already purchased it. They're saying for over 60, people should buy the one that's a complete step through. But if you look at, let's see if I can bring it up here. Can I? Oh, yeah, I think I can. A picture real quick of it, and I'll show you the bike. Let's see, can I do that? No. Counts. My doctor orders. Yeah, I can. I'll try to bring up a fairly decent picture. Yeah, there it is. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, this is the one right there. Let's see. Now let's come back to you, because right now I have this picture up. And we all know the fence is done. So he's putting together a price. Saturday we'll get together with him and go over the front solid fence with the huge gate in it, and we'll see what I don't know in that. See what about that. But I mean, this thing it's awesome. But I don't know if any of you guys that are into that stuff, like you, Tommy, maybe especially, did you check out that tire stuff? It like I said, man, I've looked at, I don't know, 30 uh um people on YouTube, and they all liked it. So this is it. You see, I think it's a 750 or 1,000-watt motor in the front and 1,000 in the back, and it's got a little switch on the handlebars that you can do it. But you see this one, it kind of loops down right above the shock there. Uh, it does loop down a little bit, so I'm hoping I can get my fat ass leg over there so I don't have to swing it around the back, because I'd like to have a little thing on the back rack there. I'd like to have be able to mount I already got the bag, and it carries a water bottle, and it's got a light and blinkers. And for some reason, this one, all the other ones have guards over the derailleur. I ordered one so I could put it on there, because from what they show me here, they don't have it. But it's can I go to that one? Yeah. Yeah, come on. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, man, it's 35 miles an hour. That's, I don't know. I'm going to have to, and you can run the tires down. And that's another reason why I bought the couple of the guys that I've seen that have these dual motors out of Los Angeles, because they're down at the beach and just hauling ass through the deep sand with the dual motors. And the guy that I watch the most that does the reviews on the e-bikes is 2 or 3, 220 pounds or something, and just pulls him right along. So we shall see what it does. Hey, Rob, how you doing? It's got fenders on it. I don't know. Did you see the fenders? I'll bring it up bigger here. Let me see if I can get a. Let me see if I can get it closer. Where are you? Here, no. There, no. Here, I think. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. I don't know. Can I make that bigger? I don't know if you can. It comes in white or black, obviously. You can see the fender there. I think there's a fender that comes across, and it's got a little wire seal. They're plastic, and a fender on the front comes up right in front of the light there, and comes out the back. And they come. I'm going to do the unboxing when it does get here, just because. I mean, there's a million of them. They all look the same, and uh, But basically, the whole bike's together. The back on all of them. The handlebars are laid over, the wheels zip tied to it, the seats over here. When you pull it out of the box, basically all you have to do is put the front tire on and the handlebars, and I think you might have to put the fenders on and the light. And some of them I've seen the racks already on, some of them I've seen the racks not on. But it's like I don't know, 15, 20-minute process. But I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. Hey, what's up, John? How are you? Hope you are well. Right. Uh, cool. I didn't know you were doing a. Were you guys doing a? You doing a live stream or something? You haven't done one in a while, I don't think, right? Uh, yeah. I don't know, man. It looks like they're real popular in the states too. More popular than I think. Like when Tommy sent me pictures of his, uh, and they're pretty cool, man. Hey, Jack, how you doing? Just hey, John DM. But I think it would be fun. It all depends on how. Well, my wife's not going to like it anyway because it's going to be on two wheels. I'm going to be pulling a trailer. I'll carry an extra wheel for whatever end of tires I end up putting on it. But if you look at that goop, I mean, people. I haven't had a flat tire. I used to get 4 or 5, 10 of them a year, and I haven't had a flat tire in 3 years. And the stuff will last the life of the tire. It'll stay in there for 10 years. And I don't know, I was impressed. And like I said, usually when you get on YouTube and you look up a product like that, you get, you know, you're doing good if you look at it and you get 7 pros and, 3, negatives. I didn't see a negative on there, and I watched about 30 of them. And people, nothing over the past like 3, 4 years. Uh, they all just say it's the greatest thing in the world. So, because that would be my biggest thing. If I was out traveling, going, let's say I went to Koh Chang, took a week, 3 days to get there, stay there for a day, 3 days to get back or whatever, go there, fish for a couple of days. I don't even know how far that is. It's 6 hours. It'll probably take me 2 days, maybe 3 days to get there. But anyway, I'm retired. Who cares? But the, the problem would be is if I broke down, that would be I wish they had like AAA. That would be awesome. But that's why I didn't want to bother with the tires. Would be the biggest nightmare. Derailleur, chain come off, chain break. Have extra chain. That kind of stuff. I don't think I'd have a problem too much with that. Even if I had to find a hotel, put it in there and do it inside the hotel room in the air conditioning, I could find a way to do that. Hey, CJ. But I think they're. I don't know, man. I am. Tommy asks me all the time because I think Tommy's Jones and he wants to see it too. But like I said, they make this exact bike, and now it went up. I think I paid 34 for it. But the other ones, they make the same exact bike, but with just a rear motor. And I think here I can do that fairly quick. Uh, there's a two, it's 6, 7, 3,000 baht less. I don't know why you wouldn't get the other one. And that one, let's see, yeah, what 36, 7, 8, 9, 40, 4,000, 4,000 baht. But like I said, man, if you've seen this guy going on the beach or up a hill or off roading the thing or whatever it was, you kick that two motor in, and there was another guy on there that I watched, and he was 250, and I'm going, okay, there now you're right in my wheelhouse, and and no problem. And like I said, it says it'll do more than 40, but 40 is. I watched the guy go up the. If you guys are familiar with California, we got that Venice grade that comes from down PCH and comes back up on the top. I don't know. It's a good 40 probably percent. They take the guy that tests the ones that I seen, the tall guy, 6'4", 220 or something. He 25 miles an hour up the hill with the dual motors. And like I said, you just would have to regulate that. And I'm going to do it, like I said, every day. I'm looking forward to it every day, getting in a routine, getting the thing going over to maybe in the morning, maybe early. I haven't decided. And then eventually work in the gym and use that time of riding there, the time that I'd sit on the stationary bike. Once I get to the gym, I could just do my workout deal there. Light weights, nothing heavy. And but I think it'll be. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. We'll see if I stick with it. But if I have it on pedal assist 3, which I don't know if anybody's not familiar with the e-bikes, it has assist. Most of them they have 1 through like 9 or something, but most of them most of them I've seen, but the 1 through 5, and 1 being the lowest. When you pedal, the motor assists you, and it goes to like 10 miles an hour. Pedal assist 2 goes to like 15. Pedal assist 3 to 18 or 24. Such and such. So I think pedal assist 3 batteries last longer. You can by all means ride the thing for probably 25 miles, no problem. Pedal assist 5, not pedaling, all throttle. And we'll do. I'm looking forward to doing that video. I still got to edit these ones. I think I've got 3 videos in the camera right now, so I got to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see. I ordered a new seat. I ordered 3 seats because they're only like 400, 500, 600, 800 baht. So I ordered 2 or 3 different ones, and one of them is like for the fat ass deal and the extra cushy. So we'll see. I know they make gel things that go over them too. So, but it I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, hopefully I get that and Tommy to answer that. According to the people in China and according to all the program that I looked at, it is the last deal that they have. I still have it up here. Hold on. I think. Where is it? The last deal they have in there, they have 8 custom clearance in progress, 8-9 custom clearance completed, waiting for unpacking and delivery. And the same day, 8-9, the goods have been unpacked and are waiting to notify the consignee to schedule delivery. I'm guessing the consignee must be the people in China. Now, I've already hit that guy up because I'm going, that was from the 9th. Today is 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. It's been 5 days, you know. So all it is it's got a little, I could probably show you this page too. Let me see how do I do that? Because it was, let's see. See it come up here. Track search. So I think you guys can see this. So this is what it came from the very beginning. And this was all, it press one button and it translated from Chinese to English. Anyway, like goods have been forwarded, goods are waiting, loaded. I asked them when it was here, I said, a couple of days here, it says it's sitting in a container. And I didn't really think about it, but the guy said that's the container on the ship. So it has been shipped, expects us to arrive 5 to 7 days, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you guys can read all that, but the very top one is the one from 5 days ago. And you can see the little deal is in between delivery and receipt. So we'll have to we'll have to see. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, but I'm definitely Jones, and I want to try this thing and see how it works. No, and I still haven't went there. We went, of course, we were between traveling all the way to Ubon. We spent 3 days in Ubon, 2.5 days. Got all that done. We just got home day before yesterday. He put the two batteries came yesterday, put the two big batteries in this system, trying to dial in the house, and that's why I just haven't run over there. I want to go. I've got to go to Taiwazadu, like I said, and pick up some quarter 20 or around that size uh, um, bolts, nuts, washers, and stuff to mount the plastic boxes and the stuff on the deal to get the. I want to get the solar panel. I could be doing all that. I've got most of it done, cut, and everything. Uh, and when I do that, maybe I'll have Sim run me by the post office and try to pick it up. I'm looking for your line. I just wanted to know. Yeah, everything is good. I haven't heard. A lot of people probably freaked out last night, man. It was boom, 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 boom. Lightning for hours upon hours here in Surin, and rained pretty much all night. And but no, I've heard everything is good so far. We'll see. You never know. It doesn't take much. One idiot. So you got to be careful with that. But yeah, no, we're good. And now we've got. It was so nice in Ubon. Right before I got ready to leave, I said I'm going to take a shower. The batteries were just barely charged, up, and we kind of testing the system right before we got ready to leave and to go in. Air conditioner running in the living room. Turn on the hot water heater. You used to have to, besides it, boo, dimming the lights when it would come on. You'd also have to crank the water back almost to a drip to get it to warm up the water. If you kept the water running too fast, it didn't do shit. And I kept the thing. I think I did it about half open or three quarters is a nice good stream. Turn that hot water heater all the way up. Lights didn't even flicker. Nothing happened, and I just got a freaking awesome hot shower. So that made it nice. Gave me a little deal. They did, like I said, they did a great job. There was him and two kids. I've got the breakdown on that because obviously it's going to be quite a bit cheaper because I used the controllers from here, but we put in 16 panels, had 40,000 baht just in the stuff that we bought, solar panels, the mounting hardware, wire to hook it all up, and all that was like 40 out of that, and it's going to be about 10 in labor. It's going to be about 50,000. But like I said, took the batteries from here, took the controllers from here, and I still got to pay whatever to fix that one controller. So and we'll be going back there again, but right around there, about 90,000. Well, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130,000 baht for the new 12 kW dual MPPT controller that's on the house and two 314 amp 51 volt lithium phosphate, iron phosphate, whatever they are, batteries. They're nice batteries. The batteries aren't communicating. Like I said, little things that need to be worked out on that. This one here is working great. I got no complaints. I know Kenny's is working good too. He did a great job. If you guys haven't watched that video, I would highly recommend it. Like I said, pretty much these power misters, I call them power misters, POWMR. You can pronounce whatever you want, but they're out of China. Most all of them are out of China. They said they're lower quality. I don't know. They're good price, 10,000 baht for a 6.2 kW, and with the Wi-Fi, 10 or 11. But it's all, like I said, it's all plug and play. That breaker box that they make for them, the Power Mister, is freaking awesome. And they show everything, and they've got videos on it, and bring in this wire and plug, and ding, 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 and you're done. Not quite that simple. But Kenny did Kenny did a great job, and I think he's reaping the rewards now. Last time that I talked to him, I know we're getting into overcast and rainy stuff and stuff like that, but I think he's going to be, down in the Goose Egg area on his, and yeah, it's all about the batteries. Like right now, I don't know. Like I said, it's weird on here because, like I said, if you look at the chart, 53.2 is 90%, and it's showing at 23%. We're up to 1,200 watts, and we're still not using anything from the grid, and probably won't all day here. So I'm going to use it, depending on how long those batteries will last at night. I don't know until we dial everything in. The way that it is, it looks to the panels. If the panels are putting it out, it uses that. If it needs to be supplemented, it looks at the batteries, starts sucking those dry. When that finally gets down to a minimum percentage, then it switches over to the grid. Now, what I did out here in the garage is I don't want it to charge the battery unless it absolutely has to at nighttime from the grid. I want it to be able to make through the night, which I believe Kenny's is making it through the night, and then charge them when the panels are, and that's what happens with the garage out here. With just and I haven't done all the testing on it, which I will do. With just the pond running overnight, this air conditioner's off, all this stuff's shut down, the garage is shut down except for a fan. It'll run the two batteries, 200 amp hour. It seems like we'll get down into the 30s, 40%. And then as soon as the sun pops up, if we got good sun, hour and a half, 2 hours later, it's 100%. It just kicks ass. So, like I said, it isn't even, if you have the money, I would still highly recommend doing it. And if you're mechanically inclined or, are comfortable with electricity and stuff like that, you can do it yourself. And it isn't that tough. But I mean, like I said, his bills were 25 or 3,000, I think. And I don't think he'll have any problem taking care of that. The thing for me so much, at first you have to have the money because it's going to cost 100, 120, depending on how many batteries you've got and how much money you put out for labor and what kind of panels you buy, blah, blah, blah. But my biggest thing, like I said, if I'm paying 14, 16,000 baht a month, like I was without any of this stuff, just on Sarin, if the electricity doubles, I could be looking at 30,000 baht a month in electric bills. So I'm doing it more for my wife. Like I said, there's no way in the world she was going to pay 14, 15,000 baht a month electric bills. So I wanted to bring that down. Like I said, it's never been, the lowest I think we had was 4,000. And we'll see now with the new setup and with the garage tied into this, and we'll see. Like I said, if I could keep down all of the properties and stuff, a couple of thousand baht a month, I'd be happy as hell. Hey, Cobus, did I miss anybody? Anybody else here? If I miss somebody, there's one. Hey, brother, are you still here? But yeah, so by the way, Cabo got bored in the States. Made us. Oh, did he really? Cool. How long is he gonna be here? I don't know whether I'm going. I'm imagining he's in Pattaya, but I don't know when I'm going over that way. But if he's here, I might rearrange my plans. Here, just quiet, good enough. The shadow uh, things started up. Everything, it was running okay, not great. Still waiting on an air, some kind of an air fuel mixture deal from Japan. I'm going to have her call them today too, Honda, and a guy making one of his hot rod buddies, the big wig at Honda, said this guy will dial you in 4 plugs and it'll make it run a lot better. And this thing, and it should be tits. Okay. I go out there, I don't know, maybe a week ago, and it was in the garage, and we were moving it so that we could put, maybe a couple weeks ago, so we could move the people in there that were coming from the border. And run, nothing, 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 nothing. I'm going, son of a bitch, I had to push it over to the house here. So I'm thinking, my father-in-law, I saw him walking around with a bottle, and I'm going, I bet you he's siphoning, instead of asking for, a few bucks or whatever, uh, you know, sure enough, man, I put some gas in the tank and the thing went boom, started right up. I go, son of a bitch. So anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to take the key out of the bike. I don't know. So anyway, so I got to find out about that. I'm looking forward to riding that too. First trip I would have taken on that would have been over to over to Aaron's house. Excuse me, but I'll probably go to Pat Panome. Maybe be able to talk Andrew. I haven't talked to him much lately. Andrew and um, see if he wants to make it overnighter. It's got a locking gas cap on it, and I've got a new one because it fell off and got all beat up. I just don't know where it's at. I got to look through all the shit I have in the bedroom. I got a new one with a new set of keys and everything, but the old one works. It's a little sliding part that goes over the actual key, broke off, but it locks in place. But the key's in the bike, so all he's got to do is pull that, pop it off, and put it back on. And you take it out of the other ones too. I don't know. Never ceases to amaze me. I'll give you whatever you want. Just don't drain my scooters, and nothing worse than I hate than knowing I filled up my scooter and going to get on it to go to the hamburger joint or do something and the thing's blinking, and empty. Oh, son of a bitch. So it's been happening here quite often, but I don't want to say anything because he's 80, 90 years old or something. He's he doesn't want to ask. He's a proud dude. I told my wife, just give him money I give my mother-in-law every month, but she don't give him much. I guess if they give him too much, then he, goes and plays the lotto and pisses it away or whatever. So I don't know. He's resourceful. Yeah, no shit. When I was a kid, I remember one time when we were the terror of the valley on our Honda 350s at what 615, about five of us, and we rolled out one night. Me and my buddy that had the air conditioning company that passed away, the one that was born on Christmas. Um, we we were out till I don't know 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we still wanted to, run amok. And we ran over to his dad's house or his house, opened up the garage real quietly, and went and snuck inside there and pulled out a gas, or what we thought was a gas, and filled up, or put some in his bike and some in my bike, and started the thing up and pop, 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 pop. It was what was it? Solvent of some kind. It did burn, uh, but boy, it ran like shit. Hey, Nikki, how you doing? But yeah, yeah, fun times. But yeah, so looking forward to the e-bike. I'm hoping that it's going to be here within. I'm hoping it's here before I do the live stream on Sunday. And like I said, when I get, I've got a couple. I've got a video on the fencing. I've got to do a little bit of showing it done, and that's it. And I've got the video of what I did on the little bit on the solar here, but basically installing it in Ubon, and then I've been putting a video together on the new 12 kW and the new batteries and that stuff on the house. That'll be a little later. The trailer will be a separate video. The e-bike will be a separate video, and so I should have. So I just got to do the videos. I actually, like I said, I like the editing. I just I don't know, for some reason I just haven't got around to doing it. I gotta get prepared. I'll pull up this e-bike again. So that's the e-bike, dual motor, 21 amp hour, 51 whatever volt uh, deal. There it is there. 3,000 watt, 52 volt, 21 amp hour. And I bought an extra battery. So I've got two of those batteries. And they're saying, I'm sure you guys can still see this. See, they're saying range per charge. They got it at 48, but it's 52. Range per charge, 40 to 60 kilometers. So I don't even know what is. I don't even know what that is. But that's. I don't know if you can see all that. And they are Samsung cells. Yeah, see, larger capacity, 60 to 80 kilometers. I'm going to say if I could get 50 kilometers. How many is 50? Who knows that stuff off the top of their head? 50 kilometers an hour at how many miles? Convert 31 miles per hour. Does that make a difference? kph to miles. No. How many kilometers? Okay. 50 miles. Oh, okay. No, that's backwards. I'm looking at it. I'm doing something wrong. But anyway, I think the way that I figured it out was between the two batteries and the let me go back, and the and that charger, that solar charger, I could go 100 miles, and that's with nothing, with just no pedal assist, just all throttle, which should be good. Yeah, I'm gonna take it out. What I'm hoping to do, Cobus, is every day I'm gonna take it out to where the reservoir where I used to go all the time on the where I did the Forza videos and the ride-alongs and all that deal, motor vlogs and that kind of stuff. About maybe I figured an hour or two on it every day, just on pedal assist 3, where you just got a little bit of deal and getting a little exercise and trying it. That's why I'm Jones, and it'll be a month on the 17th. Today is the 14th, and they told me it would take about a month. So I'm gathering it's going to be here in the next few days. The extra battery is supposed to be here any day too. I ordered that from a different place because it was like they made it for this bike with Samsung cells and all that shit. But it was 12,000 baht versus 17,000 baht to get it from the same manufacturer. Hey, Craig, but it, I don't know. Like I said, it's a beast. It'll do 35 miles an hour. I should be able to get out of the two batteries, like I said, close to 80 to 100 miles. And then, like I said, if I end up going somewhere and I should have done the live stream from the garage, and maybe I will do the live stream on Sunday. There's a helicopter from the garage, and show you the trailer, what I got planned for that. If I get everything today, I could have the thing together and the video be done by tomorrow, so it might come out before that. But it's going to have that 100 watt, and like I said, be able to move it. It's just a little button remote, be up on the handlebars, and then that way, if I know that the sun is coming from one side or the other, I can just push it and it'll tilt it up either way or straight up. Get a little extra charge. Hey, Craig. Yeah, I don't know until I get it, Tommy, but it has crossed my mind. I want to definitely be in a comfortable position. If it's comfortable, it's fine. If I need to get a new set, I'll get risers or pullbacks or whatever I got to get for it to make it more comfortable. Yeah, I've got 3 of them already here. Actually, one's still coming from China. 2 that I offered from that I ordered from Lasada are already here. Different ones to try. The one that I got is a big fat ass one, and it's got a hole in the middle to venture junk. I don't know how to say it. To vent you. But yes, definitely. Um, and I'm going to get it is fully. I don't particularly think that the rear. Let me go to it. The rear shock or suspension is probably any good. It looks like shit. I might put an air shock in there, the pen after I ride it. It's got front suspension and a dampeners and stuff in there. Uh, but I guess they make, and I'm not too familiar. I guess people that are familiar with e-bikes um, or bicycles in general, they make the seat shaft is spring loaded, but it's got different diameters. So I didn't want to order one, and they range in a bunch of different price ranges. I didn't want to order one until made sure I got the right post diameter, and they make them in different lengths, I guess, or whatever. But that would help too. Try to get as comfortable as possible. Yeah, that's right. You were taking some new stuff. Has it been a month? He's probably going to do a video. He doesn't want to ruin it for his 100,000 subscribers he has. But I hope they figure out what the hell's going on. That must drive you crazy. It would drive me nuts. Of course, I can't figure out what the hell's the matter with me. I think it's just the diabetes, man. I don't know. I gotta. I tell you, the biggest problem that I feel from all the crap and stuff that could kill me and all that kind of stuff, the freaking numb feet is the most. Uh, I I can't stand it. Can't put shoes on per se, and riding the bike and stuff like that. It's kind of it's not so much that I really care too much about riding them in the flip flops. But I put my foot down and have actually fell over because I hit on sand and it just went shoom and I just went kaplunk. But you know it it's hard on gravel or sand or mainly sand. They don't grab too well those flip flops. Okay, guys, gonna drop off now. Got some errands to run. All right, Ghost. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. But that's the biggest thing, and I want to get that blue shit. Maybe I'll try to do that today. I got to do something. No, just not coughing. Still produce phlegm, but it's easier to expel. But that coughing was killing me. Yeah, it seemed like the last video that I saw, and I haven't watched the latest one. I don't think. You said that it seemed to the intensity of the cough was a lot better, and that you could cough the crap up. I guess it's moving in the right direction. I mean, it's a positive thing, right? You gotta go with the positive, I would think. Let's see, let me bring up the. So anyway, that is the e-bike. Hopefully, it's going to be here within the next couple of days, and then I'll do a video on unboxing it. The first ride, we'll get a deal on how far it can go without hopefully I'll have the trailer. Put the trailer on the back and carry the battery and stuff. I definitely don't want to get stranded somewhere and have to pedal, God forbid. But um, just an empty trailer isn't gonna vary that much. But I want to have an extra battery there just to do it, so I can run the thing dry. If I don't know. Yeah, because if I go flat out and run both the motors or something, I would imagine that I could run it down probably fairly quick, maybe a couple hours. I don't know. Gate update. He's coming. Let's see, Craig. He's coming. I think he's coming today to take some measurements, and then he's going to get with us on Saturday And I think I looked at all the steel out there. I got a crap load of steel. Looks like I'm going to have plenty to be able for him to fabricate a gate. There isn't going to be much fencing because half of that opening is going to be gate. It's going to be enough room for that gate to move over. So if that gate's this wide, the fence is going to be that wide, if that makes sense to you. So the gate has room to open. So the gate's going to be half the distance of that opening. You'll have a little bit on one side, post, and then coming towards the house. I'm hoping I can get it done. I think I have enough money to get it done. We'll have to see. It's not leaving, but oh, I'm tired. I didn't sleep with a yet last night. I woke, and then I got up at 3 this morning. And I think I fell asleep for about an hour here in front of the in front of the screen. But I take your Copus. But yeah, so that's the basic gist of it. The trailer finishing the front gate. You've got kind of updated if you were watching this live stream on Ubon and on Serin and the solar aspects of everything that's going on. Hopefully, within the next few days, should have videos out on the Ubon trip and the 16 panels that we put there. Yeah, I do. I need to. I'm done. The only thing that I really want to that I that I want to build is a lightweight trailer. So I've got to find somebody to build me the wheels and the base. I could probably do it myself, but I don't want to. I don't want to bother with that. I'll build the rest of it, and I'm going to build it out of that foam, 2-inch insulating foam, that hardboard stuff. If you go on YouTube, you can see they build them for bicycles and for cars and teardrops out of them and stuff like that. Because it's gonna have weight in it because it's gonna be solar. It's gonna have an air conditioning on the top of it. So I've got to try to make it as light as possible so that I could pull it with. I'd like to be able to pull it with the e-bike, but if I could pull it with the Forza and build it, I'd be happy. And the budget for that's 100,000, and that's pretty much the last dough that I'm laying out to do. And then I'll probably do like we had talked before. Maybe I'll put together little bikes or something, um, little 50 cc's, or find some old Hondas and redo them, or a BSA or a Triumph or something. Maybe I'll find down the road. But the only um, expenditure besides building the house over here, but that's not going to happen until the other house sells, and I can put my money, put some money back in the bank in those accounts, which I'm not really worried about. But I'm not going to put anything more into it until we sell that. And probably not the greatest time in the world to sell something here in Surin with the crap going on with Cambodia. But I told my wife we won't know unless we stick a for sale sign on it, and she's worried about that. I'm going to try to sell it for nothing, and I said that ain't going to happen. I ain't going to give it away. We lucked out and bought this place for half price. I'm not going to negate all that we made on that that. But I said you have to realize if the going rate of the thing is $1.5 million or 2 million or whatever it is, you can't expect to get double that. And she understood that too. So it still needs to be cleaned up, still needs a little bit of work, still needs a coat of paint. So I've got to do that. He showed some RVs. Yeah, I haven't watched them lately at all. I will check it out. I'm interested in that stuff. And like I said, I'm going to build a teardrop inspired square trailer. So I'm going to have it coming and then a slat in the front for airflow. And I want to put solar panels there and straight down. in the front, and in the back straight down, but with a opening and a galley that goes in, 18, 20 inches. That'll have a little sink and a blah, blah, blah in there. And then underneath that will be where the solar stuff is. I'm hoping to have, I haven't decided, I'm probably going to be 24-volt system in there. And the air conditioner will be 24-volt. And hopefully I can get enough amp hours to be able to do it. Now, the thing is that these air conditioners, either the 12-volt, 24-volt, they're like 9,000 BTU of cooling. So a little area in there, because the thing's only going to be, haven't decided whether it's going to be 4 or 5 by 8 or 4 or 5. I don't know. Probably 5, but that's nothing. So on eco and, just trying to keep it at 75 degrees, maybe 100 amp hours of 24-volt battery will be enough, because that's a lot of weight. And then the little controller, I'm going to get one of the all-in-ones. Same thing like Kenny put in, and same thing like I got over here, except they make a 3.2 kW inverter. Same thing, I'll probably have to put I don't think they make a breaker box that small, but I'm just going to have breakers. I've still got breakers from when I built the kayak, So it would be nice to be able to take that 12-volt that I had for the kayak and just put it in there, because I'm probably not going to be using both at the same time, and I would save money, because the batteries, although they're coming down, if you don't watch some of the stuff, the quality is also shit. Now the batteries that I bought, they seem to be really nice, good quality, although I was a nightmare trying to get, because it wasn't the company's fault. I was just a nervous wreck, I'd given this guy 90,000 baht, and I felt like I was getting jacked around, and it wasn't so much. He's used to having people just come to Bangkok and pick them up. He's not used to shipping them, and their shipping cost was real expensive, and they're heavy, and people don't want to transport lithium ion phosphate batteries around, and it was kind of a nightmare. But it all worked out, and I'm happy. And batteries are nice, but batteries are expensive. You just got to watch. Like the one that I bought for the kayak, I think it's fine. I don't think it's the top of the line, but it's not expensive. And at 100,000, because I got to figure, I think 25,000, because I want it legal. I talked to the guy that sold me the trailer from China, my caravan, and he said he could get it registered. And I'm thinking around 20,000, baht for that, maybe a little more. Because kind of all I got to do is work with him. I don't have to do much, and he'll get it done for me. Yeah, to pull the kayak. Yeah, I am gonna have a. I bought the mount already, so now instead of adapting it to the 125, I will adapt it to the e-bike. So when I do go and I have the kayak and the e-bike, when I do get it down and together, and I stay someplace for 5, 6, 7 days, I can attach it to that. I've got to get the wheels correctly put on there. I've got to get the kayak. I got to do some work on the kayak. That's actually probably next, because I'll do that before I lay out the money to start the trailer, and make sure that the tires, so we don't have a nightmare like we did when we went on the family vacation. Them poor gals carrying that kayak to the water. Take the battery out of it. I think be a lot easier, and maybe put it on the back of the e-bike, and then I'll be able to pull it and put it in wherever I want. So that should work out, and that's definitely going to happen. And I bought the bracket for it that will attach to the e-bike, and I got to make a bracket to attach to the kayak. But that should be fun. I want to get back in the kayak. I was going to spend the 10,000 baht and buy those dual deals, but is it something that I really need to enjoy the kayak? No. That little 18-pound thrust motor will work fine in the reservoirs. Would I want to take it in the ocean? Not really. But it's a long way for me to go to the ocean. Most of the stuff I'm going to be is going to be in the reservoirs, and short of a big, windstorm, it should move. It moved me around okay. But I want to get out and actually fish. I've got all this, still got the fishing gear. I moved a lot of the stuff out. Um, I've got still some. This is trash that will go in the trash this week. Uh, but it it's up and hanging in there nice. The only thing is, man, I look at that space over there, half the garage, and I go, God, that sure would be nice to have that space to be able to build and do stuff. So as much as I really want to put the truck in there, the truck hasn't been in there yet because we had the beds in there, people sleeping in there. But what I think I'm going to do, I'll bring that up again. I'll bring this up again real quick while I change it, the e-bike. But let me go here. Come on. Um, I think what I'm going to do is, where are you? There you are. Is where the that same cover that's over the trailer. I'm gonna put one right next to it in front of the door. Pretty much the same thing, except I'll probably when the panels from the house are not correct, man. They didn't have much options, but they get shaded. I'm pumping out of this thing over here. I could be pumping out 5,000 watts, right? And I look at the house one, and I'm only pumping out maybe 2,800. So he had already talked about, he really didn't have a choice where to put them. He wants to reinforce these like we reinforce the garage and put the panels out here for the house. So I'll build the same one next to it and put my truck there underneath the shade on concrete. Probably keep most of the vermin out of it, and and then I got that whole other half of the garage. It would be it's going to be nice. I look at it there, and if nothing's there, I got wide open stuff to to build whatever I want to build. So we'll have to see. I do dig my truck, and I don't want it to get ruined. So, but I think if I put it underneath there, it was. But the trailer, like I said, probably now, unless we sell the house in Surin, the mom and dad's old house, my wife's house, then we will be doing the 2 bedroom house on the property next door on this on this property. Uh, and short of that, if we don't, and we're still cleaning up, at least over the next at least probably couple of months, it'll be the kayak, probably getting it ready, getting a little voyage on it, taking the trailer out for a 2 or 3 day jaunt, and a lot of the stuff with the e-bike, dialing the e-bike in, making sure the trailer, is that going to work for the way that I want it? I think it will, because if you're going to stop in a hotel and you're traveling, because there's a lot of guys out there traveling on e-bikes with trailers all over in the States anyway. And they're just, stopping and pulling into, wherever and plugging in wherever, but most of the time in a hotel, and plugging stuff in. So if you've got 2 chargers with you and, and that kind of stuff, um, I just can't, I'm not going to ride the damn thing more than 100 miles a day. I know that right now. I'll probably be lucky to do 50, and that's fine. I don't need to do that, but I think it would be fun. My wife, like I said, probably isn't going to like it, and maybe I'm not going to like it. I don't know until I do it. First trip, I'll probably go, Chuck's way, because he's into that e-bike stuff, and I did talk to him about this one, and just go there because it'd be a nice little jaunt there. It'll be a 2 day deal, probably one night. I think I think I can do it in 2 days, but I wouldn't push it if it takes me whatever it takes me to get there and see how it works and how the trailer works and how it tows and how many times did I come close to dying on the highway, pulling a trailer on an e-bike at 20 miles an hour, and see what it's like. But I could also get off the beaten track. uh, and I don't need to take the main drag there. I can look around it, and maybe it takes me 3 days to get wherever I'm going to go. I can do that. Hey, what's up, Jared? Hope you're well. You want to get a bike rack for my truck bed? Do they go in the bed? Lasada. Lasada probably has 10 different styles. Um, yeah, you know what I saw going down the road? You know those little bitty cafe racers that are only like, you know, large people sit on them, but they're those little bitty. The wheels are like about this big, and they had like, I thought they had like 2-stroke 50cc motors and shit. A little cafe racer. You guys know what I'm talking about. I saw a SUV of some kind going down the road with two of those on the roof in a roof rack, sitting on the top of their vehicle. Now, I don't know how much they weigh. Maybe the guy that owned them or whatever was driving, maybe he's a beast. But I mean, they got to be 120 pounds, 30 pounds. I don't know, maybe in or across the top. Well, the ones for the racks, you have a rack on the top of your truck? Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Um, do you have a rack on yours? I know they make those bike racks that go onto that. I want to get it. You want to get an e bed? I you know I want to do the trailer. I've got the trailer. I'm doing a little trailer in case you missed what I'm doing here. I've got the e-bike. I just took the e-bike down. Uh, it's a dual motor, fat person. It'll do a 40% incline at 20 miles an hour. It'll do 35 miles an hour, and it'll go. I bought 2 batteries for it. It should be here any day. It's on a slow boat from China, and um, I'm going to pedal it every day for exercise. Go out every day for an hour or two and try to do some kind of exercise. But you have a roll bar. Yeah, I don't think they're too hard to do, or they got them that go across the back. But uh, I also want to build a trailer for the Forza, and I'm going to build a trailer. That's the next project after I get back on the kayak and finish it up. And the e-bike and the trailer. The trailer is just cargo trailer that that I'm building now for the e-bike. Carry stuff for me if I decide to use it for a trip or something. But the other trailer is going to be built out of that 2-inch hard insulating foam uh, and light wood, 1x1, 2x2s probably, 2x2s, and then panels, and then up at the top, of course, got to have an air conditioner on it. So I got to watch the weights. The trailer, I think I'm going to build instead of putting car tires on it. I don't care too much about the suspension. I'm not in it. I don't want it to get beat to shit, but maybe put some kind of a leaf on it, depending on the cost, because I've got a budget. Uh, but put motorcycle tires on it. A good, 16-inch rim and a wide motorcycle tire, and on each side, and maybe just whatever kind of an axle, probably leaf spring type setup. And then the framing doesn't have to hold much. It's not much weight. The lightest steel that they can make it out of, nothing fancy, just front end. Only thing is I want to be able to pull it with the motorcycle, so I want that turnbuckle deal on the front. And then I'll build the rest of it off of putting wood on it and then attaching the foam and doing that. And there's a bunch of videos on YouTube out about that. Um, and I'd like to build that. And I don't know, we'll have to see. But I've been thinking about this e-bike thing for a while, and like I said, I can try to bring that up again. Let's see, in case you guys didn't see it. There it is. This is This is the e-bike. They make it in both. The one that I'm showing you now is the 2-motor. It's a 3,000 watt, 52 amp, 21 amp hour. It's got a fully. It's got shocks around it. I don't know how good the back ones work, but yeah. So that's one I got out of China, and then I could show you on this. Let me see. The trailer. I bought a. There's the fat ass seat that I bought. That should be here any day. This is the trailer, and that's the way it's supposed to fold up. Now it's not going to be able to fold up like that when I get done because I've got plastic crates in there and stuff like that. I'm going to weld it, and plus I don't want it to bounce around and make a bunch of noise. And they just have like pins and stuff holding it together. Um, Wheels and tires, they're okay. Off-road stuff probably ain't going to do too good. I'm already thinking about putting instead of those are 16, 20-inch, 4-inch wide flat tires on it. So we'll have to see. I'm going to leave it like it is. I've got it together out in the garage now, but I have to. That's the battery. That should be here any day. And that's the bike. So yeah, they make it in white and black. It's got 2 motors on it, and it hauls ass, and it'll carry my fat ass, which is an important fact to me. So anyway, how come it didn't move? I guess not. Anyway, so that's the gist on that. Gotta get away from spending money, though. You guys got that right. Just build one. Yeah, you probably could. I got it, and I got to do some welding on the trailer. So I got the welding table. I bought a fold-out steel table. I think it was made for something like that. And I'll just weld something to it that I can clip to it, and I can weld on it and just practice. I might even try that stick. The wire feed would be fine, and I will put that on there too. But I bought this real thin welding rod, and I want to try it just to see how it does on the little 1x2 metal that I'm going to be putting together. Because, like I said, I've got the top of that trailer is like 14 inches, and then the metal or the plastic boxes that go in it, there's 2 of them, and it sits above it about that far, and then the panel needs to be about that far above that. So I've got to put in 2 steel deals like this, and then I bought a 1-inch pillar block bearing for the front and the back, and I'm just going to put PVC down. I bought a shaft. The freaking shaft weighs 80 pounds. I mean, I bought a solid steel shaft that came with the same place that I got the pillar blocks. Now I could, if I could use them, if I wanted to cut it into pieces, but just a piece of PVC, 3/4 inch, 3/4 inch PVC. I have to sand down. I have to take about 10 thousandths off of it or something, and it'll slip right in the pillar blocks, and should be fine. And then I've got a linear stroke motor that's going to take it from facing this way to flat to this way in case the sun is on either side of me when I'm riding. That stuff I already have. I have the remote control. I have the little deals for to activate it. I've got the linear, biggest one that I could, longest stroke that I could buy until I could figure out where I'm going to mount it on the trailer. And I've got all that stuff and the solar panel and all that kind of crap. So I've got everything to put that. The trailer's already together. The boxes are in it. I need some 1/4 20 stainless steel bolts to bolt it to those side rails, big fender washers on the inside. And then the way that it sits, because it only sits down yay far in the top of the trailer, because they go like this a little bit, right? And I've got about, I'm going to say about 6-7 inches underneath, and I think I'm going to get just those flat watertight boxes that you put like clothes or shit in, storage to put underneath and I'll put a bar on each side so that in case I've got something I want to carry in there, I don't know what, clothes, whatever, I don't know. But I thought it was better than to buy one container that would sit down in there and take up all the space, because I've got to put that solar charge controller deal, or my solar battery, in there. The panel will be charging that. Then I've got, like I said, a little table, a chair, a little cooking kit, little ones that take these that fit inside. I've got a little burner. This is all stuff that I had in the Forza, and I'll put that in there. Two breakdown fishing rods. What I said, table, chair, a tarp, I think, some other stuff. But like I said, they said it'll take like 89 pounds, and I think 50 is more realistic. I'm going to try to keep it at 50, especially with these little tires. Now, the little tires, they seem fine. They pumped up. They're holding air. I'm going to put that goop in there and load them up with that goop. So I hopefully don't have any flats on that. See how it performs wherever I go. I'm probably not going to be doing too much off-road stuff with it. When I'm have it on the trailer and take it somewhere, I can go up and down the beach if I'm on a beach and do surf fishing. But all I need is just my bag and a backpack and a rod. But I'm not going to be doing or need the trailer, and I'm not going to be doing camping. So if I do travel from here to Ko Chang, I'm going to be stopping in hotels, and I'm going to be staying at hotels. So I don't need to carry a tent and, all that kind of crap. So I think I should be able to keep it. Hey, Ron, how you doing, brother? Bug out bags. Yeah, I got a few of those. But I did. I'll show you the. I think I can. Can I show you? Let's see. I'm going to remove that. And the little bag that I just bought, cheap, and I think perfect for this. Lasana. Is it Lasana that I bought it off of? I think. Yeah, that's it. So this bag right here, tell me if it comes up. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Now let me go back there. Where are you? Can't see the goddamn light. Yeah. I'm going to play the little video. I don't know if they'll give me a call. I liked it because it was small. And it carries a little drink too. So I like it. And that would be a probably perfect amount of tackle. Can't see using anything more than that. I think perfect, right? So if I do, go somewhere, I'll take that with me when I'm in the trailer. That, and then the back bag that I've got for it. I'm not going to travel more than one battery away from away from where I'm at. And like I said, if I'm on pedal assist 3, I believe that it'll go 50, 60 kilometers, maybe. And I just can't see, a lot of people are using them. If you go on, you can go put e-bike in and surf fishing, and they set them up for surf fishing, and you just haul ass. You go wherever you want on the beach. And like I said, this dual motor, biggest thing in the world for me, man. There was no way that, I was going to get to a hill and go, okay, now I need to get off the bike and walk it. No. So like I said, the 40% grade at 20 miles, 25 miles an hour with both those motors kicked in. That's all me. But I thought that little bag was pretty cool. And like I said, did you see the price on it? Hold on. 287 baht, $9, under $10 for that bag. Now, if I get it, it might be a total piece of shit, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, they just make that, and people will go, what about the poor kids that are in the sweatshop? I don't know, man. I'm glad I'm not there. I don't know. I don't like that. But I mean, that's the only, how can they make something like that and sell it for $9? I don't understand. Maybe it is sweatshops. I don't know. It can't be good, right? But I don't know. I'll let you guys see the bag when I get it. I think I will do. Hopefully, I'm going to have the e-bike today, tomorrow, the next day. I'm going to do the live stream on Sunday, Thai time, Thai day, 8 o'clock, and I think I'll do it from the garage. I think maybe I'll try to do it with having another camera in there to move around and look at the trailer, the e-bike. Hopefully, there'll be videos. You'll already have seen it, the unboxing and that shit. And then, like I said, I'm going to do a couple of videos on taking it out and how it runs, because I've never been on one. I've been on a little skateboard one that, had a little seat that come up that barely rolled with my fat ass on it. But what I think of it and do a motor vlog or electric vlog out running around and see how long it lasts. And I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be cool. And I don't know. I mean, I think it's a good thing for old bastards, right? I mean, you don't have to sit in it. Like I said, if I get to a point where I can just ride this thing to the gym, then I don't have to sit on the bike and the stationary bike in the gym for an hour. Once I get to the gym, I'm ready to start my workout. So I'm only in the gym for maybe an hour and a half at the most. I think it'll be good, and I'm kind of excited, and I don't get excited about much nowadays. So I think it will. I think it'll be good. And like I said, and you don't have to buy. I'm talking about just anybody that's in here, friends of mine, ours, that want to go like Ron or something like that, just to, instead of walking, take out and do it. You can buy them for way less than what I paid. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to have to walk. Yeah, and I think there's two there. I think there's 750s, Tommy, and I know there's two. There's two motors, but I guess that even the 750 watts can put more out, because it doesn't make much sense. It says 3,000 watts, but maybe they're 1500s. I don't know. I guess I'll find out when they're here. Supposedly, all the stuff that I've read is their 750s, but from what I've seen, I mean, the guys that are on these bikes, the 26-inch bikes with the 4-inch wide tires with dual motors on them, are just like, holy crap, and these are guys that are, that, do reviews on e-bikes. So yeah. And the ones that I've seen, like I said, if this thing, it hauls ass with the one, as long as you're on, semi stuff. When it got to stuff like that, they would slow down considerably, depending on the grade. Did they make up most of it? Yeah, but they also have that walking assist too. So if you do have to walk, you don't have to push the 90-pound, in my case, 90-pound e-bike, and you just push the button, take the handlebars, and it walks with you and under power. So that makes it a little bit nice. But like I said, I seen that guy, the one guy that did the review was 6'4", 210, something like that. and then another guy that was like my size on the more rounded size, maybe 6 foot 250, and no problems. What's up, Ted? How you doing? We're just going over. I'm buying an e-bike. I'm supposed to be here. I've been waiting for it for a month from China. Dual motor, big bastard. And I'm going to do some fishing with it, I hope too. But we're just rapping about that a little bit. And talking about all the solar. I just got through putting in 12 kW of solar in the U-Bahn house. Well, half of it's 6. We got to go back. I put another 12 kW new one in here, 16 panels there, all last weekend. So everything we talked about solar, and I'm happy to do that because they're screwing me on solar and U-Bahn. So I think I've got that rectified, and the trying to keep everything down to a medium on a little bit instead of getting raped by the electric company. Just something a little better, but it's fine. I'm looking forward to getting the e-bike. I don't know if you've ever ridden one. I've never have. A lot of guys doing hunting and fishing and cook videos, and they've even got like deer guy that makes the trailers, makes a cargo trailer, makes a bunch, but they also make a game trailer that you can put your game on, whether it be whatever, ram, a goat, a deer, whatever. They make trailers to pull behind, like they make them to pull behind e-bikes, but I guess you could pull it behind a motorcycle. But a lot of people doing the e-bike thing. Yeah, no, but it was definitely on a slow boat from China. Like I said, I showed it up there. It's here. It's in Thailand. It's been out of customs for 5 days now. It's just, I guess the people in China have to get with the actual carrier that's going to take it. I'm imagining it's in Bangkok. Got to be, right? Um, and take it from there to me. So once that gets done, I'm going to bug them again today, saying I don't understand why does it take 5 days to get somebody to do it. And they've been really good. They've been on top of it, answering me and real quick, no delays, and checking on it and doing all that. So I'll bug them a little bit today and have them check into it again. And once they say the guy's got it, it'll be within a day or two. I can't see like the batteries when they've got something big and bulky. It usually overnight they want to get rid of it, you know. So within a day or two, once they tell me. So I'm going to say, I hope I have it by Saturday. Would be awesome. Put it together, do a video on Sunday. I'll do the live stream on Sunday. But yeah, it's taken a while, but I guess that's fairly common for this. What did I use? Ali, not Alibaba, but what is it called? AliExpress. But everything that I had, I got this reel. I got some good stuff from them, and I got one of those. I didn't want to, but I got a surf rod, 5.4 meters, and it's a freaking telescopic. And they've had this thing where they had like 12 or 16 full Coke bottles on the end of this thing and lifting it up and whipping it. And so we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. But, to be able to carry it around and stuff, even if it broke down into 4 sections, and I wanted something that I could actually throw it out there. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, it's been an hour and a half. Imagine that. But like I said, I got this bag. I thought that was cool. I showed you guys the video. I think I think it'll be perfect for trailer deal somewhere. Throwing that over my back with a little freshwater rod on it and hitting up any kind of reservoirs, rivers, anything on the e-bike. And like I said, for under $10, I just can't see I can't see beating that. So I should check and see. Let me look real quick over on the property. I don't see him there, but he all he would do was tiptoe in, take his measurements, and probably go back home and drink. But the fence looks great. In fact, before I go, I'll bring that up. I'll bring that up one more time. Let's see. The fence looks and driving from the street, the backside of it, it looks pretty good, man. He did a good job. Goes all the way around the back, and you can see it coming right there, coming up to the house, and we're fenced. I need some fill dirt in the back behind there to bring up on the fence because they didn't. It was one in an area that they didn't necessarily um, have the fill dirt all the way up. And then we've got this, and you can see it there coming up to the street, and then it'll come across there. There's the concrete. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should have plenty, 6 of them. All this stuff here underneath this plastic is all metal. So I can't see any reason why can't build the stuff that's going to go around above the fence, like you see right here. The little inserts there, those deals. I can't see why there isn't going to be enough metal to do that, plus build the gate. But like I said, if I had to guess, I want it all the way out to, maybe you see this piece of wood here, that piece of wood, that looks about right in the middle. I want it to be almost all gate, except for just a little over on that side, so that it'll slide looking at the picture to the left all the way, and I'm open from there to there. Because you can see how narrow the street is, one car wide, pretty much. So when I back down there, if that was open all the way to here, you can see I got plenty of room. Of course, the concrete I'll bring way over and redo that and back it right in. I just don't want to, lose my face out in screaming in the middle of the street that because I can't get the freaking thing in the gate. Yeah, I saw Joe did his. Yeah, they called me 2 weeks ago. My wife answered and she said she was freaking out because she's going, "Oh God, what did my crazy Farang husband do?" But they didn't want to. Like Joe said, they were waiting outside for him. I guess a smaller town. I know that they got a hold of Bobby, and they just wanted to make sure, asked her. Well, we also know quite a few police here in Surin too, but wanted to make sure that I knew that there was a no-fly until at least the 15th, which would be tomorrow. So we'll find out if they're going to let it fly again. I'm going to imagine they'll probably, I would guess they'd take it to the end of the month, but they didn't want to take a picture with me or anything like that. So, like I said, but my mother-in-law and father-in-law's best friend, husband and wife, are both police officers. And I've had a bunch of police to the house and made them pizza. And we have police that come by and check our property. We've got one of those boxes that what do I pay? 800 baht 800 baht a month for them to come by and check on the property and check into the box and stick it in. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it, Ron, if they wanted to. I mean, I understand the reasoning behind it. So, but then no, they didn't. They didn't ask for that. They just wanted to make sure, because they were talking to my wife, obviously in Thai. They probably felt comfortable. Just said, "Does he know that they can't fly? You could go to jail and all this stuff." And she said, "Yeah, he knows." So, yeah, I know they. I'm sure they do. Just like every cop in my old hometown, um, but not for good reasons this time. Like I said, they were a bunch of good guys. Had him over to the rental house a couple of times. Had him here one time, and the only thing I want to get out of him, I want to get out of jail card. I had one buddy who was a cop, and he was a sheriff, and I always wanted to get a card from, just said, oh, yeah, this guy, just in case, at a stop or something that they would just say, okay, go ahead and go. But they're good. They've always waved me through. The one time they stopped me with the trailer and waved me over to the side, and I got over to the side over there, and the guy rolled the window down and looked at me in English, said, what are you doing here? And I said, I don't know. They told me to come over. Where are you from? I'm from Surin. Where are you going? Surin. Okay, get out of here. Even nicely. He was laughing. I think they were looking for something else and why they, pulled over Santa Claus. They wanted to know. That was another thing. There's a movie on Netflix called Red or something like that. And it's got, what's his name? What's the big guy from, oh shit, what was it? I forget his name. The Rock, I think his name. The Rock, is that him? And a couple other people, and it's about Santa Claus. I stumbled across it the other day when I was out in the garage, and I watched like 10 minutes, so I ended up watching the whole damn thing. It was a pretty good little holiday Santa Claus movie, in case anybody wants to watch on Netflix. Dwayne Johnson, yeah. Did you see it? I think it's called Mr. Red or Man in Red or something like that. Yeah, I liked it, man. I really did. I enjoyed watching it. I was just sitting out there laughing in my new chair and watching my what is it, 32-inch TV. That's a piece of shit. Ended up buying the same. It doesn't even have the screw holes for that to be able on the arm, so I just got it sitting in front of me. But I thought rather than spend a bunch of money, I really like this Acer 32-inch curved monitor. Is awesome, and a little bit on the pricier side, but I'm glad that I spent the extra money and got this one. But for out there, I got the computer here. Most of the time I'm watching, if I'm going to watch something up on this, I'm watching a movie. So I said, and it was only under 3,000 baht, under $80 or something. No wonder you probably pay what you get for it, right? And I'll probably break here in a week. It's yeah, I thought it was enjoyable. Red one, is that it? Red one? Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it, man. I really did. I thought it was good. Thought it was well made. I like him anyway. That he played what did he play? The gay bad guy in what was that movie that Oz? Oz? That was Santa Claus, right? He was the bad Nazi gay guy, I think, right? I know somebody's watched Oz. You had to have. But I like him as an actor. I thought he was good. And I thought he was good in this too, although he was asleep half the time. But it was good. I liked it. And I like that other guy that you guys could tell me his name, the one that was co-starring with what's his name, the bigwig, Dwayne Johnson. I thought he was funnier than shit. It was good. Good, feel good. No need no heavy duty cussing. Have a good hearted, fun movie. I liked it. In Oz, yeah, you remember the series Oz that was on HBO or whatever? Uh, he was the bad guy, if I remember right. I'm sure it's the same guy. Although he's in a lot better shape now than he was 20 years ago when he did Oz. Because there was a lot of people in that Oz. Chuck Zito was in Oz. It was about prison. So you didn't miss much, Greg. You figure out your bike rack yet? Throw your bike in the truck. Come over to my house. We'll go in the garage. You can show me how to use the welder, and we'll make a bike rack in the air condition. garage here in Surin. Yeah, I was really surprised. I was really surprised, and the way that they played him off, he was supposed to be this, in shape Santa. So it was good. Like I said, I like him as an actor. I think he's a good actor. But you're more than welcome. Come here, throw the bike in, take a vacation. Uh, but there's two beds in there right now. The beds are in there because that's where I had two people stay in the trailer and four people or five people stay in the garage. Uh, we cleared out that half of the garage. We had two beds here that were under the stairs. Put two beds in there with the thin tie mattress on them, and they were happy as hell. And then we had 12 people in the house in Surin, the one that I'm trying to sell. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Yeah. But what I need to put in there, and I should have done it, I thought about it when I did build it, Craig, need a bathroom. I mean, at 60, going to be 69 years old, uh, when I all of a sudden think I've got to go and pee in, of course, I could just go outside and pee in the bushes. But if it's coming out the other end, boy, man, it's quite a distance to walk all the way out this property, over to the house, inside the house, and into the bathroom. So I think I'm going to put it. I think what I'm going to do is, I talked about it earlier. I think what I want to do is where the cover that's on the trailer that you see there. Hold on, sorry. I'm going to build the same cover in front of the garage for my truck. It's so nice. I look over there and I'm going, man, my truck's going to be right there. It's going to take up all the room that I could just have to do whatever I want to do. And I haven't made a decision on that yet. But if I do that, when you're looking at the garage right now, on the right hand side, I have that quarantine fish tank there. But towards the back, I'm thinking about just cutting a door right there and having him build me just three walls and a roof, and put a toilet in there. That way, I don't take any space inside the garage. I've got the block of this stuff here. Oop. Let's see. Maybe I don't have as much as I thought. There's some block, but block's so cheap. I could have him build that up. Roofing would be nothing. Um, the biggest thing would be digging a hole and putting in a septic system. So I'm thinking seriously about doing that. And it would have been nice that if you need a place for somebody to stay, you can stay in there. It's not a big deal. Have the trailer there. It has a cassette toilet deal in it, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So if somebody came, let's say you did, you wanted to stay in the trailer, you can stay in the trailer. It has air conditioning, has that, and you'd have to leave the trailer, but only walk, 20 feet to the bathroom on the side of the house. Maybe even put a little shower in there too. So yeah, that was one thing that I thought about. Strap on toilet. Yeah, that would work. Hey Jack, how you doing? Glad you could make it. I guess I'll stay for a while. I haven't seen Jack in a while. Um, but yeah, it has the bed. The bathroom, I think, is a must. In fact, now thinking about that, in the front of the trailer, if you look at it, let's see. I'm gonna go here. In between the two openings, you can actually get the awning out. From the edge of the trailer, or from the edge of the concrete to that fence, is about 6 feet or so. So I'm going to take out that sugar cane, move it over or whatever, and have them pour a slab in there. So you get out, you can actually camp a little bit, put it out, and people, I can have people actually stay in there, and And then if I had it on the side, it's not that big of a deal to walk out there. Although the shower in the, no, I'm not going to put it because I got that one. The shower in the trailer is better than any of the showers that I've been in Thailand. It's freaking awesome. Hot water, uh, strong as could be. It's awesome. So I've got a deal where they made while they were there. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to show it to you here. And it's off right now. Oh, figures. We got the wind. That's one of the. I don't know if you've seen the building upstairs in. It's on. My wife put it on Facebook. It's got 6 Thai flags up there blowing in the breeze. Actually, kind of cool picture. Anyway, it's not going to let me show you. But anyway, where the water comes out, they put a piece of, I think it's 1-inch PVC down and around and under over by the fence. So the water, if you're washing a dish or doing whatever you want or taking a shower, the water would go out there. So yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that'll be. He's got to build the front wall. I said, didn't I just say I wasn't going to spend any more money? But I mean, you're only talking about block, concrete to make it smooth, a little bit of steel, a toilet. I'll probably just put in those rings. You think that would be good enough, or should I put in a septic tank? I think just the rings. It's not like it's going to be used at peeing, you know. If I can make it to the house, I'll go to the house. But I don't know. Do those things work any good? What do you got, Craig? You got full on septic system, or you got the round rings? You want the sugar cane? You, there's a bunch of it all around out there that they planted. Handicap acceptable. Hey, yeah, for me. I mean, eventually they're gonna have to cut off my feet, right? If I've got numb feet now, and I don't mean tomorrow, but I'm sure there's a possibility in 10 years that they might have to cut off my feet. And I know that's what Mitch I had said one time, and he said that's when his dad or went down hills when they, I think it was Mitch, might have been somebody else that cut off a foot. He lost all. I don't know, man. If I got a good wheelchair, maybe put a hot rod motor on it or something, I might be all right. I have to see. Uh, but yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll do that concrete in front. There was 3 things that I wanted to do out there. That inside the bathroom too, have a nice little sink to wash your hands. Maybe some real mechanics. That orange shit used to get in the States had that pumice in it to clean your hands. They'd do that. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll probably do. But yeah, I think I'm going to have him do that. I'll talk to my wife about it. And I think she told me before you should have put it in the bathroom. My wife knows. She's a smart lady. But I don't think I need the shower because I got it in the trailer. But bathroom. So what I probably do is make a door from the inside and a door from the outside. So you can come in either way, and that way, if somebody's out there, they don't have to. You could just go through the garage. Maybe I'll just do that because the garage door is right there. You walk out of the trailer, you walk 10 steps, and you're coming in the man door and walk across. Be the same thing. I can do it with just one door. But yeah, I think it would be easy. Like I said, I got at least half the block there, and block is cheap. I've probably got plenty of steel extra laying around there too. And then the roof is only going. I mean, the thing's only going to be wide enough for a sink and a commode. And then I got to run water, which I'm going to run over there anyway. I was thinking about putting a koi pond over there, but I ain't going to do that. This makes more sense. I'll just have my quarantine tank. Those guys are ready to move. I probably move them on Saturday. Yeah, that's what I did in Ubon. If you guys aren't, let's see if I can familiar with Ubon. Let me remove this. Oh, I didn't need to do that. God dang it! All right. Let me see. Sorry. I'll show you. Let me just bring this back up. Took it away by mistake. Okay. Let me get that. What was I going to do? I was going to show you this. Okay. This. And let me go here. And let me go here. And let me go here. And let me pick Ubon. Let's see if we've got cameras there. Ubon back. This one? Yes. Oh, Ubon back. That room right there, which you can't really see, but that's a giant kitchen. That's where all the solar stuff is. When I do that video, you'll see it. That room is probably 15 by 20, maybe bigger. That was the Thai kitchen. And right next to it, you see that wooden door there. There's a little sink on the outside. Inside is a washing machine, a toilet, a urinal, and a shower with just a cold shower. But yeah, inside there, actually on the wall right next to where that door right there, you make a left, and right where the bathroom starts there's no door coming into the bathroom from the inside. That's where the all the solar breakers and panels and controllers and all that stuff come in there. Way better than where I was going to put it in the house. My wife made that executive decision. She did a fine job. Yeah, I got nothing in the house, no noise, no nothing. And oh, there's my uncle in my toot toot. I guess it's his now. I don't I don't think I'm ever going to be able to sell it. And he loves that damn thing. He takes everybody every place. He he's a good man. He's the one that basically he's going to let the labs out. Those are our three labs. Well, two of them. One of them's at his house, and they are having an absolute ball in Ubon, having a lot of fun. Yep, they're going to chase him out to the house. Let's see. We have another. Uh, let's see, Ubon side. See if we catch him on the right side. Did we? Yeah, but now it needs to be moved. There's the pond. Pond's obviously full. Boy, man, I'll tell you, when we were there, and I say it in the in the um, in the video, I never felt such a or been there with such a torrential downpour since I've been to Ubon. It was freaking just, and it wasn't just for like 10 minutes. It was for like 4 hours. The water just poured down. And like I said, in the video, I'll show it. I threw food out there. I didn't see any fish. And my daughter went out there and she said she saw fish. I said, "Did you see very many?" She said, "No." So either the thunder and the lightning and the massive amount of rain pushed them down to the bottom and they didn't want to come up, or they're out in the rice fields somewhere. Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and like I said, man, with me, it's really weird. Sometimes it's mainly with peeing, but when it's time to pee, it's time to pee. And I guess that's prostate shit. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, I have sometimes I push it too far on the other aspect, and it's all I can do to get over to the house. So it would probably be a good thing to keep me from getting embarrassed. This is that deal that I'm going to try to, if you guys can kind of get a gist on. That's the bottom of the trailer. These bars will either come straight up and over, and that's the pillar block bearing, and the actual 100-watt full panel only sticks over uh, an inch and a quarter or inch and a half on each side, and on the back 3 inches. It's not much bigger than the trailer. So it's kind of cool. What's the coverage? What did I miss? Speaking, uh, yeah, I thought it was funny when the guys are working, man. Like I said, man, I watched two houses being built, the garage being built, all this kind of stuff with guys without any shoes and standing in concrete up to their calves, uh, doing concrete and walking on what I would guess would be scaffolding and all that shit. And we didn't have one major injury in all that. The Serin house, the Ubon house, the garage. Uh, I mean, it's just amazing that they do stuff in such a way that they have such the openings in their in that work to get hurt, and they don't. I don't understand. Yeah, yeah. I dig it, man. And I'm gonna have we're having some kind of problem with this PSI, and if I can't get it figured out inside that Thai kitchen facing the wall, I'm gonna put in a high quality camera that I can zoom right in and see the front panels on the deal and see how much wattage is coming in, what the house is using, that type thing. And I'm going to do the same thing. Well, this one, you can see this one. Like I said, I need to learn it, but you can get the basic gist. This is the that's the grid. There's no lines coming from the grid. This right here is the batteries. Above that controller is the panels, and down here is the house. So right now it's showing um, 2,400 watts, and it's bringing in 2,000 on the panel and 300 from the battery. So, like I said, something's wrong with this here because if on a 51-volt battery, 53.2 volts is 90%, and this thing's saying it's only 23% charged. So he's got the programming messed up a little bit. He's already put in one of these Lux Power deals, but I'm gonna go on YouTube and after I get done with this and punch in Lux Power setup and whatever and try to learn something. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm ready to fall asleep. Let me get a sip here, and I think we're going to end this. It's 2 minutes, 1 minute shy of 2 hours, and I'll go get something done in the garage. Like I said, I'd like to get out of here. I'll have Sim drive me. We'll go to the post office. I'll try to get the blue stuff so I can get started on that. And how you do with that, Aaron? Do you feel anything different? Anything better? Uh, Anybody else in here that's tried it or is on it? Um, get that, and then get those stainless. I'm gonna put stainless steel bolts and some paint to where I'm gonna do it, and some stuff that I need from Taiwazadu, and then it's a matter of seeing what my welding skills are gonna be. It's probably not gonna be that good, but thank God the God made grinders, grind, and paint. But I'll fart around with some for a while. I bought two spools of wire feed flux core, and then like I said, I've got that real thin uh, welding rod. I want to try that too, so we'll see. Metal detox maintaining. So you think it's a good thing, huh? I I don't know, man. I believe it, so we'll see. Usually, if you believe something, you got a better chance of it working. So I got to go get it since I paid for it. I might as well go pay my 800 baht and get the rest of it, or pay the rest of it and get it and get on it and try it. But yeah, so maybe I'll do that, get over and what else do I need? I need some drill bits, and I've got a little list written out in the garage, and go over there, have Sim escort me around. I give him money every once in a while. I gave the kids money when she went home. She went home, the youngest that's still in college, at 9 o'clock Tuesday night, I think. 9 o'clock Tuesday night. I'm off on days, and then got back and had to go right to school in the morning, take a shower, got home, took a shower, and went to school. So gave her some money because it takes taxi from the bus station home. I don't want to take in a bunch of crap, end up in the middle of nowhere. So easier way. And then I give the older one. She helps me all the time, bring stuff out to the garage, and yeah, it's well worth it. So anyway, so that's the gist of it. I hope everybody kind of got a little bit of what's going on. Not much talk about Thailand for anybody new that's watching. If you got to and you want to, we talk about Thailand all the time. Jump into the chat. Don't be afraid. Have a good time. Ask respectful questions. And if you need information, we'll try to help you out. I've been here a few years, 7 years, and some of the people have been here longer, way longer than me. It's not hurting me. I feel fine. I don't live as healthy as I should, but I don't feel like crap. That's good. My memory is still very sharp. Good. Had a client freak out about the details. The thing that cracks me up, I'll give you this little anecdote, and I think a lot of people are like me. I can't tell you what I had for lunch yesterday, but I could sing every lyric and every song written in the 50s, 60s, 70s. Now how the hell do you remember that? And it's got to be because I drove a lot. I listened to a lot of rock and roll and music. And I guess I just sang it so many times, it's burned into my brain. But we had the best, man. I'll tell you, my generation, we had the best music, we had the best rides, we had the best cars and stuff. We that was the era to grow up, man. And outside of Los Angeles, in the San Fernando Valley, basically Van Nuys Boulevard that was the pretty much, as far as I know, the start of cruising the boulevard. Um, it was it's been an awesome ride, man. Like I said, I didn't think that I'd get to live to be, going to be 69 freaking years old. Imagine that. But, uh, man, I got no, I want to stick around for a little while longer because my wife wants me to hang. But if I was to go tomorrow, hey, man, I can't complain. Relying on machines. Yeah, you're probably right. All right. 2 hours, 3 minutes, 38 seconds. I'm probably going to play the outro just because. I don't know why. But just so it just doesn't cut off. And thanks everybody for watching. You guys are awesome. And everybody, wherever you're at, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at. And I will definitely catch you on the next one. It'll be Saturday at 8 o'clock Thai time. Or not Saturday, Sunday, I'm sorry. Sunday, 8 o'clock Thai time. All right, everyone. Catch you later.